We all want to get more ripped, but the problem is trying to find that perfect pull-up bar that can help you with the planche, front lever, and gaining muscle in your back, and that's only part of the job. Once you've done that, the real work is trying to figure out how to set up the bar, and even then, how you'll plan your workouts around using that one bar to achieve your goals. This can be a lot to think about and very overwhelming, but don't worry, in this video, we're gonna cover all that with an in-depth review of this pull-up bar, the Evolve Over Doorway pull-up bar, and this is the pull-up bar I recommend you guys use after using it consistently. So as well, we're going to see if this pull-up bar is okay for your specific situation, but as well as that, we're going to look and see how we're going to plan our workouts around this pull-up bar. So we're not only looking at a review, we're doing what other reviews don't do, and I'm actually going to tell you how to start working out with this pull-up bar, start getting a workout plan together for whatever specific goal it is you're trying to achieve. So guys, if you're only interested in the review, just stay for that, but if you also want to figure out how you can use these pull-up bars to learn the planche, then stay to the end or click down below. And I do recommend this for two reasons, which I will talk about more later, but one of which is safety, the other one is versatility. These are two features that I haven't seen a lot of other pull-up bars that I've tried and used in the past. I have found it in this one, which is the reason why I like it so much. But guys, I'll talk more about that later, so on to the full review. The Evolve Over Heavy Duty Multi-Purpose Doorway Pull-Up Bar is uniquely designed to offer a safe way of doing pull-ups without risk of falling or damaging your wall when you set it up correctly. The pull-up bar is very well constructed, consisting of high-density rods surrounded by a chrome-plated stainless steel pipe, meaning this thing isn't bending or rusting anytime soon. And when you have it in your hand, you can tell it has a bit of weight to it and quality due to this sturdy construction. This sturdy construction means it can hold a considerable amount of weight, about 440 pounds or 220 kilograms. To set up the pull-up bar, adjust the bar using the ends and twisting it to kind of lengthen or shorten the bar until it can wedge into the doorway. Then turn the bar in the center to lock it in. Once it's nice and tight, as far as it can go almost, you don't want to break the sides of your doorway, but once it's pretty tight, then you can lock it in using these metal buckles to make sure you won't accidentally twist it and loosen it as you do your pull-ups or whatever exercise. Once you've done that, you're done and you've set up your pull-up bar. The bar's recommended retail price right now is $183, but on the Evolve website right now, I don't know when you guys are watching this, but they've completely cut the price, meaning it's only $109 right now. But guys, the team over at Evolve contacted us and said, look, we have this really good pull-up bar, we're confident in it, we're gonna send it to you and let us know what you think, give your full review. And guys, that's what I did. So I tried it consistently for about a week, and I've got to say I do really like it. I have bought other pull-up bars, I've done reviews on them in the past from my own pocket, and guys, I've got to say this is a good one. This is one I'd recommend you guys get because it's a bit more affordable. It is even more affordable because the guys gave me a code. If I liked it, I could share it with you guys. The code is JACK10 and you'll get a further 10% off. So instead of the pull-up bar costing about $200, it will only cost you about $98, I think it is. So guys, just look through the whole review, decide for yourself, and without further ado, let's go through the pros and features of this pull-up bar and why I like it. So guys, the first pro of the Evolve Doorway pull-up bar is how quick it is to set up. So it's setup time. Guys, if you know, I have the Pullup Mate 2, which is a freestanding full pull-up bar. But it takes about 7 to 10 minutes to put up if you're being quick. And I don't know if you can see, it's over there. It comes in 2 big bags, it's hard to store. This doesn't have that issue. So I come back from work, I have to get a workout in, and I'm thinking, like, I really have to set up that pull-up bar, but I do it anyway. I really like the pull-up bar. It's really good for these videos where I'm trying to do tutorials. I have a nice sturdy pull-up bar to do it on. But for those days where I just want something quick to put up, because I can't leave that up because I live with other people. I'm a student studying for a PhD. But this, after I come home from work, that is going to be a game changer. It has been for the last week I've been using it. I just set it up quickly, bang a few, whatever exercise I'm doing, planche, front lever, whatever it is, it's a game changer. So that's my #1 pro so far, is the setup time. I know other pull-up bars have this kind of, you can quickly put it up, but the other attributes of this, which I'm going to come on to next, makes this even better than the other one. So the second pro of the Evolve Over doorway pull-up bar is how portable it is. So I did say it's a lot smaller than the Pullup Mate 2 and other pull-up bars, but they have two versions. So this version, the doorway version, you can move around. They also have another version that goes in corridors. So you can see I have stairs there and like a wall there. You can fit the longer version in between. So it can go in corridors as well as different doorways. And of course, you have other pull-up bars that go in doorways, but they actually hook onto the top of the door frame. I've had those before and they can be pretty bulky. They're like oddly shaped, but because this is like one pole, it's one straight line, I could just slip it in my bag. So the day this actually got delivered, I was traveling to London and was able to just pop it in my bag, travel down to London, and it was no issue. So that's the second pro, is how portable it is. A lot more than the pull-up bars I've had in the past. Yeah, I can't fault that. So another pro of this pull-up bar is the safety aspect of it. So by using this pull-up bar, you're not gonna have to worry about falling down or slipping. And that's because of this kind of technology it has here on the sides that I'll give you a close-up of. But because of the way it's set up, as you put tension and pressure downwards, these kind of bearings, I don't even know what to call it, they kind of tighten and put pressure into the sides of the doorway. So as you know, there's no screws or anything, so your doorway isn't getting damaged. It just puts pressure into the sides of it so it doesn't drop down. And as you can see, this thing is sturdy. So that means for progressions or exercises where you have a bit of momentum, you're not moving. So if I want to do an explosive pull-up, that was quite quick, then it's not going to fall, it's not going to move. But I've had other pull-up bars that go over the kind of door frame and hook onto that. If you have any momentum that there shouldn't be, then that thing is dropping down and you're going with it. And I've had that before where I've smashed my knee in doing that. It's not fun. So this pull-up bar, you don't have to worry about any of that. So that's another pro, is the safety aspect of it. So another pro about this pull-up bar is its versatility. And that was one of the two reasons why I said this one is the one I'd recommend for you guys to learn the planche and front lever with. So the versatility aspect means you can use it for various different exercises, which is what is so great about calisthenics. Is because we can use different exercises and progressions with very little equipment, and this pull-up bar kind of embodies that. So of course, up here, up high, we can start doing front lever work, kind of treat it as a high bar, but because it's a doorway pull-up bar, I'll show you some clips, we can move it down halfway and then it becomes a low bar. And then we can start doing feet assisted kind of exercises. You can start working on muscle ups, muscle up negatives. And then even further, we can drop it down to the floor. We can hook our feet into it, do hamstring curls, do sit-ups, even use it as a straight bar to work on supinated planche exercises. So guys, I'm gonna have all these clips here, and of course I'm gonna show you how I plan on using this pull-up bar more at the end of this video, kind of after this review, so watch out for that. But guys, that's why I really love this pull-up bar, because I haven't seen any other pull-up bar like it that I've come across. Maybe there are, but not with this kind of safety aspect. This one I know I'm safe as long as I set it up correctly. So that's another pro, which is its versatility. So the last pro I want to talk about is affordability. So you guys know I bought the Pullup Mate 2 before. It's a big freestanding pull-up bar, but that cost me over £200, I think nearing 300. It was a big investment, definitely worth it if you're working out calisthenics for a long time. It pays for itself really, not needing a gym membership, etc. However, if I bought this instead, I don't think I would have missed anything. The things I can do on this, I can also do on the Pullup Mate 2. So really, if I had to choose one, I think I'd have to go with this, because of everything else, the portability, the portability, the safety, etc., I would have to go for this. And of course, I live in a student house, so I have to be conscious of the space I'm using. So with that, affordability, it has to go to this bar. There are cheaper bars that I've had before. For example, the one that goes over the door frame, I think it was about £30. But you could tell the quality is not there. With this, you can tell it's well made. It's kind of heavy, heavier than you'd expect. So if I'm gonna say what it's gonna last, I'd have to go with this. And with the code, you know, that's in the description, Jack10, it's only gonna be about $90. And that's the same I paid for my weight vest and stuff like that. So I'm happy to pay that price for equipment I'm gonna keep for a lifetime. So yeah, affordability, another pro. So guys, the first con or disadvantage of the Evolve Over pull-up bar is going to be the height restriction of your door frame. So because it's a doorway pull-up bar, you're going to be restricted with how high you can put it because your door frame only goes so high. So that can be annoying for some certain exercises, especially if you're taller, if you're say like 6'2" or something, that can make things quite awkward. So that has to be a disadvantage. However, if you buy the corridor version, so the one that can fit in like a corridor back there, you would be limited only by the height of your ceiling, and that's going to be pretty tall. So if you have to, then just buy the corridor version and then you're not really restricted. But for the doorway version, you are restricted, but for most and almost all exercises, the height of your doorway is going to be fine. But it is to note that that is a disadvantage. So the second and honestly the last disadvantage I can think of is going to be that there is the possibility that you slip if you don't set it up correctly. Because you have to tighten this, basically, you have to twist this center bar. If you don't tighten it enough, the bar may be too loose and you could drop. So you need to make sure you tighten this enough so that if you go on it and you apply your weight downwards, that it's gonna actually push into the doorway and it won't drop. However, there's no real way of 100% knowing that it's that tight. You just have to keep going until it's pretty tight and just not overdo it. So that is another con. So I haven't dropped yet, fingers crossed. I've just made sure I've tightened it enough where it seems reasonable. I'm not going overboard with it. However, that is a disadvantage. If you're not paying attention, you don't tighten it enough, potentially you could drop. So that has to be noted. So make sure you're setting it up correctly, and then you won't have any issues. Then it's probably one of the safest pull-up bars out there. They do say it's the safest pull-up bar in the world right now. So as long as you set it up correctly, that's probably true. So guys, that's the full review of the Evolve Over doorway pull-up bar. If you like the looks of the pull-up bar, then you can head over to the Evolve Over website page. It's in the description down below. And if you're looking to buy the pull-up bar, use the code JACK10. It will help me out. So make sure you use that code if you're purchasing it. You'll get an extra 10% off. Help support the channel. But with that said and done, we're gonna go and show you, even if you're a beginner or advanced, we're gonna show you how you can use this pull-up bar to get serious strength gains, learning the planche, front lever, and other exercises like the one-arm pull-up. So guys, without further ado, let's get into it. We've dropped down a little bit because I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can use this pull-up bar to learn the planche. And yes, I mean the planche. You will be able to learn it using this pull-up bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to use resistance bands. Again, you're going to sense a trend here when you watch these progressions. Because if you've watched my previous video talking to a calisthenics expert, the Bar Kage, you'll know that he suggested if he had to teach everyone now to do the planche, he'd be using resistance bands. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the resistance band around our feet, we're going to loop it around and then lean into the full planche. It will feel exactly the same as a full planche, and I can say this because I can do the full planche. I learned it with the help of some resistance bands. I wish I'd used them more. And then as it gets easier, move it to your knees and then lean full planche. Over time, you'll get stronger, put it around your waist. This will feel so similar to the full planche, it's insane. And then once you're really strong with that, then instead of this thick purple band, for example, then go to this thin green band. And then do it again. Start with your feet first because that's gonna help you out the most. Then go to your knees, then your waist again. Over time, you're gonna get stronger and stronger and even closer to the full planche. I would do this more than regular progressions now because it's so similar to being in the full planche. It's basically the same thing. And if you like the look of this pull-up bar, just remember, use the code JACK10 at checkout for a discount. It will help support the channel. I appreciate you guys so much. But if the front lever or the planche is on your to-do list, then you want to click this video because I'm going to go through full tutorials of both and show you guys, even if you're a beginner, exactly how to learn these moves. Just taking the pull-up bar down, no damage anywhere. And on the other side, see that? No damage.